In this next video, I will teach you how to answer difficult conflict resolution interview questions. Now, I can guarantee that at least one conflict resolution interview question is going to come up during your interview. So if you have a job interview coming up for any role or any company, make sure you stay tuned because I promise to help you be the standout candidate. And just very quickly, please make sure you hit that subscribe button because then I can help you pass every job interview you ever attend. And please give the video a like because that just motivates me to create more videos for you. Thank you very much. Let's get straight into the presentation. Conflict resolution interview question number one is, how do you deal with conflict? Now, this question comes up often during job interviews. Now, when you answer this first conflict resolution interview question, say you always take positive steps to resolve the conflict quickly for the sake of the team. Here's my example answer to help you. How do you deal with conflict? Here we go. I always try to resolve any conflict quickly and amicably. Whilst passionate discussions can be beneficial to a team, any form of conflict can serve to hinder a team's progress, and it can create disharmony amongst co-workers. Whenever I notice conflict, I will establish why it is happening, who it is with, and what steps can be taken to prevent it from escalating further. Conflict resolution interview question number two is, tell me about a time when you had a disagreement with a co-worker. Now, this is a type of behavioral conflict resolution interview question that comes up often during interviews. Now, most candidates fail their interview when answering this question because they say they will tell their manager about the conflict. This is not what the hiring manager wants to hear. Here's a great example answer to help you. Tell me about a time when you had a disagreement with a co-worker. Here we go. A situation occurred in a previous role where myself and a co-worker couldn't agree on the best way forward to complete a project. We both had very different ways of working, and the more we discussed things, the worse it got. I decided, for the sake of the team, to agree to their way of working, providing we could review progress every step of the way. Now, halfway through the project, it became clear that one aspect of their approach was not going to work, so we got together again to reconsider our approach. We then decided to use one of my original suggestions, which worked perfectly. I felt I dealt with the conflict in a professional and smart manner that ensured the project made progress and it was delivered on time and to the right standard. The next conflict resolution interview question that I strongly recommend you prepare for is, tell me about a time when you had a disagreement with your boss. Wow, this is probably the hardest conflict resolution interview question to answer correctly. Now, most people respond by saying they have never had a disagreement with their boss. However, if you have had a disagreement in a professional and respectful manner, it says you are the type of person who puts the best interests of the company at heart and that you are confident enough to speak out. Here's a great example answer to help you. Tell me about a time when you had a disagreement with your boss. Here we go. I don't tend to disagree with my boss often. However, if I think there's a better way of doing things, I will say so in a professional and respectful manner. Now, one situation comes to mind when I first started work in my previous role where I felt my boss was micromanaging me. Every time I started a task, he came over and told me how to do it. So I decided to speak to him about it. I explained that whilst I appreciated his intentions were good, I worked better when someone was not constantly watching over me. I also explained that he could trust me to deliver on each task because of my previous work experience. Now, although my boss looked surprised that I had said something, I think he was glad because he could then get on with more important work. The next conflict resolution interview question that I strongly recommend you prepare for is, how do you deal with angry customers who complain about your products or services? Now, this question is assessing your understanding of how important it is to try and win customers around. Don't ever take anything a customer says personally personally and do all you can to win their loyalty. Remember, customers are able to voice their feedback easily online nowadays, so it's really important the service they receive is impeccable. Here's a great example answer to help you. How do you deal with angry customers who complain about your products or services? Here we go. Whenever I encounter an angry customer, I will go out of my way to resolve the issue for them and turn them into a happy one. I start off and listen to the customer by using active listening skills. I then ask the customer probing questions to get to the bottom of the issue. I then apologize if the company is at fault and explain what I will do to put things right for them. I will keep the customer updated with my progress and check in with them again to make sure they are satisfied with my resolution. Finally, I will look to see what lessons can be learned to make sure the same problem does not happen again. So there's 4 brilliant answers to difficult conflict resolution interview questions to help you pass your interview. Now, if you want to accelerate your learning even further, click that link right now in the top right-hand corner of the video. Head through to my website, passmyinterview.com, and you can download my full set of 50 top scoring answers to difficult interview questions. It's guaranteed to put you ahead of the competition at your interview. Make sure you check that out right now. Finally, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Please do give the video a like, because that tells me you find these tutorials useful, and you can also connect with me on LinkedIn. I've put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video. It's always really good to connect with like-minded professionals such as yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all the best for passing your interview. Have a great day.